You'll be surprised how a small interaction with a stranger can lead to great friendships potentially. When you're out and about, or even going to events where you're meeting other people, making small comments like, hey, I like your shirt. Oh, those are some nice shoes you got there. Or hey, I like your chain. Those are things that can lead into you getting into a conversation with someone brand new. You probably have thoughts in your head when you look at people. You'll have things that stand out to you about them, but you just never say it. You keep it in your mind and you never put it out there. And you're not alone in that. That's what most people do. I'm from the big city. I'm from Los Angeles. And over there, no one talks to each other. Everyone's on their phone, living in their own world. I personally think we should change that. I think we should go back to more of the old ways where we're more social and we get out there and talk to people that we meet. But it's not easy. So what I want to do in this video is I want to go over some steps you can take to go out there and meet new people, but also make sure that you get the best possible outcome when you are talking to new people. Because there's things you have control over that you can do to make sure you have better interactions with other people. The first thing I want to talk about is you never want to go up to someone new or a stranger presuming that you're going to be bothering them. You don't want to say things like, sorry to bother you, can I ask you something? When you're leading the conversation by asking those questions, you're putting out the energy that you probably are someone looking to bother that person. And we go off of other people's energy and their vibe. So if you're coming across that way, they're more likely to feel bothered. So instead, what you want to do is you want to come across as someone who's there, like who's not bothering them at all. You're just trying to make a conversation, get to know them, and connect. There's a saying, you want to treat them like an old friend, like someone you knew way back in the day. Think about it. How would you talk differently to your best friends versus a stranger? Probably very different. But by treating someone, a stranger, completely differently, usually it's more formal, more business-like, you're not going to be able to connect. You're not going to be able to have a good conversation. So ideally, you want to treat a stranger the same way you would treat an old friend. When you are talking to a stranger, most likely you're also not even bothering them. It's going to be very few cases where people are genuinely bothered by you striking up and having a slight conversation, a small, short conversation with them. So you don't want to worry about that. And worst case scenario, let's say you are talking to someone who's completely busy and they really don't want to talk to you. They'll let you know and you take the hint and you move on. No big deal. And when you are talking to a stranger, you want to be more comfortable being open and sharing what you genuinely have on your mind, sharing what you're really about. That's going to allow someone to connect and relate better to you. I have a bit of a hunch that most of the people watching this video are probably going to be people who consider themselves introverts. But even if you're an introvert, you still have an outgoing side. Don't let the label of being an introvert stop you from sharing your thoughts and being outwards about what you're thinking so that other people can relate to you. You don't want to use that label as something holding you back. Now, if you're really, really shy, one of the best ways you can start getting yourself into a conversation is by moving close to another person and maintaining eye contact with them. Because naturally, if you're close to someone and you're looking them in the eye, you're instinctively going to want to talk to them and start the conversation. Your brain is preparing for that. So before you even know what to say, you want to put yourself in a situation where your brain knows you're about to have a conversation, because it will find the words. It will find something to say. It's awkward not to say anything. And getting into these conversations with strangers, it's going to build up momentum. Over time, you're going to become desensitized to these interactions and to the fear of talking to new people. And you can start with just small comments like, hey, I like your tattoos. I like that style you've got going on. You look like you're a fashionable person. I like those shoes. Where did you buy that shirt that you've got? Just small little comments like that lead to you connecting with people and starting a conversation. The cool thing is, you might wonder, like, what do I say? What should I say to this stranger? When you talk to someone, most people, they tend to give you hints about the topics that they'd be interested in talking more about. Like, for example, you ask them, how's it going? And they say, oh, it's going great. I'm just looking forward to the weekend. You want to bounce off of what they just said at the end there. Looking forward to the weekend. Why are they looking forward to the weekend? You want to be curious, kind of like have that childlike curiosity and find out like what's really the the thing that's got them excited. Because then you get them to go deeper on it, and you'll have more of an idea of who this person is, so you know how yourself can connect with this other person. And you want to do the same thing. So when someone asks you, how are you? You don't want to just say, I'm good. Because that gives the other person nothing to go off of, to build a conversation, to build a connection. You want to give a little bit more detail, paint the picture of kind of what's going on with you, so they have threads and things they can talk about with you. Because think about it, they don't know you at all at this point. You're a complete stranger. So instead of saying, I'm good, you could say something like, I'm doing great. I just got back from the gym, so I'm feeling nice and pumped, looking forward to the weekend. I'm going out with some friends of mine. We're going out to a camping trip. Just something to paint the picture and give them things to be curious about, so they have a chance to connect with you. A good example of this is, have you ever used a dating app where you're texting to someone and they just reply with okay or just a one-word answer? It completely kills the conversation. There's nothing to bounce it off of. So you're just kind of stuck, not sure what to say next. It takes two to tangle, and you want to make sure that you're not the problem. Those were just a few quick tips. Let me know if you found any of them helpful. And if you did find them helpful, feel free to subscribe, because I have videos like this that I'm posting every single week to allow you to unlock your full potential on this channel. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.